G'day mates, ordinary average guy here, and today I got an unboxing for you. I did a unboxing and review of this fella right here. This is the Leatherman T2, and this is its big brother, the Leatherman T4. I thought I'd buy the T4 and just do a quick, comparison for you. Do an unboxing. You guys seem to like those a lot, so I'll do an unboxing and a quick comparison with this guy here, and then later on Instagram I'll do like a quick 5-minute full review on it, because I don't want to bore you guys with a full review. I've already done one of this. I'll just do a quick update on it, and then at the end of this video I'm giving this sucker away right here. This guy right here, I'm going to give it away, and then I want you guys, whoever I give this away to, I want you to tell me what you think of it. Okay, that's the only that's the only thing I ask of you, is that you please let me know what you think of this knife or this tool after I give it to you. Give it away for free. Now, I did order this guy on Blade HQ. This is my first time opening it, although I'm probably not the first owner of this. Looks like this sticker's got some lint underneath it. Blade HQ takes returns, and I'm sure a lot of the time they just check it out real quick and then send it out again. I really wish they would send it back to the manufacturer, though, to have them check it out and maybe rebox it. This box looks like it's definitely been beaten up a bit and used and abused, but it's going to be my first time opening this sucker, and I'm doing it for you guys right now. So I do have a review of this guy. Please check it out. I did have a couple issues with it. My first issue was had to purchase this pocket clip separately. Kind of really put a damper on it right away. Ended up making this thing cost almost the same as this one right here. My second issue was this knife is just not really that easy to open one-handed. I'm a lefty, but I am pretty good at opening knives with my right hand. I've been doing it my whole life. I found it quite dangerous. You can check out my review on this to get more in depth on that. And this all right here, it's dangerous to open. You have to run your finger along the sharpened edge. Like I said, I got enough trouble. I've got so many cuts on my. This is my first review I'm doing without a bunch of slices on my hand. So, I just thought that was dangerous as well. Wasn't blown away by this, but I want to give it away to one of you guys so you can tell me what you think of it. All right, so like I said, promise this is the first time I'm opening this up, guys. So, got a pretty standard Leatherman box here. This is the same sort of box that this came in. Nothing really special on it. Gives you some info on the back here. Just sort of a sales pitch to you. I'm sure they're not going to tell you there's anything wrong with it on the back here. What is a multi-purpose? Okay, if you don't know what that means, then you need more help than me. All right, so this is the little card that comes with it. This has definitely been opened before, because this should be like this inside of here. And it wasn't. Thanks, Blade HQ. Oh, man. All right, here. So we've got the card here. It gives you some info. I did not check with Leatherman to see if you had to register it to get the full, to be able to warranty this thing. So when I do my full review on this thing, I'm just going to do a quick one, like I said, on Instagram. I will contact Leatherman and figure out whether you need to register their tools to be able to warranty them from now on. I will get that information from you, I promise. Either way, we've got some info on here. Push the thumb here, blah, blah, blah. How to open a knife. Thank you very much. All right. This is it, guys. The Leatherman T4. Okay. So as we can see, first off, they included the pocket clip. Yay, pocket clip. Thank you. I mean, obviously, you had the holes drilled for it. Include the bloody pocket clip. And you did. So, thank you. For a $60 multi-tool, please include the bloody pocket clip. Do like the pocket clip, though. I really think this is an upgrade to the old Leatherman pocket clip they would put on the charge. It was just sort of this thing that would just kind of slip you into this section right here, and you could just pop it out by pressing up. Wasn't blown away by it. I really like these ones. They screw into the handle. It's the same pocket clip that's on the the P series. I think it's just a vast improvement on pocket clips for multi-tools. I really like it. Good spring, nice deep carry. Recessed screws. Yay, very nice recessed screws. And I think it's a nice little pocket clip. Kind of shiny, not too much billboarding. Got a little bit of a Leatherman there, but that's not gonna scare anybody. So, all right. First off, guys, let's just compare the tools here. We've got a knife blade, all Phillips cap lifter, flathead / clamshell opener / pry bar. And then you got a little screwdriver on the end of the all there, if I can get it under the camera. And you got a nice little knife here. So this guy has, I think, three or four more tools. Let's check it out. First off, knife. So knife is, yeah, it's a little bit easier to open. You got a little bit more to grab onto down here. You know, that the T2 is just kind of slim down here. It's kind of hard to get the pinky on it, and it just was a pain in the ass to open. This one's a little chunkier at the base here, so it is a little bit easier to open. I still would like to see just if they'd have just made this just a bit bigger, made a bit of a bigger hole, maybe more like a Spyderco size hole. Even if it protruded a little more, I just think it would have improved this thing so much. Okay, so what do we got here? Got the pry tool slash Phillips head, sorry, flathead slash clamshell opener. It is a nice, I really came around on this tool. I think it's a great little tool. You know, I think that's like one of the number one causes for emergency room visits these days is people cutting themselves opening clamshell packaging. So this is a nice little clamshell package opener. Or just if you need to do, you know, use something to cut something you know, that may beat up your knife edge. You know, it's just a nice little sharpened edge to have so you don't have to beat up your knife. The awl works pretty well for that too. I got a nice little file here. Look, this is what you got metal on one side. You got sort of a wood file on the other side. You know, and with a little flathead screwdriver on the end there. You know, what a multi-tool files. I don't know how you feel about them. This is the exact same file that was on the P series. This was a great little file that they had on the Wave / Charge. You know, it's a diamond file on one side and like a metal file on the other. And I used the crap out of this thing. This thing had barely any diamond left on it. It's sort of flat, and this side is used and abused. I could probably send it back into them to have it replaced. They're really good with their warranties. But yeah, I used the crap out of this little file on this guy right here. And this one, I think if you're in a pinch, you got some burrs on some metal you need to knock down real fast. I think this thing would be, you know, come in handy in a pinch. It's a smaller multi-tool, so, you know, it's about the size of a file that you would find on this, and I think it would work pretty well in a pinch if you need something. You know, you usually don't carry around files with you. So, you got a little pair of tweezers here. Let's check these suckers out. Not bad. They're sort of like the standard Victorinox tweezers. These guys look like they come to a nice little chisel edge there, or what would you call that? A nice little bevel, chisel bevel. You know, a nice little point there, so you can dig into your skin and grab. Yeah, my hands are gross. Dig out a splinter or a sliver if you have one in there. I do like how they come to a point like that. They're not just flat like a lot of the Victorinox tweezers are. And they do look like they have like a little sharpened edge there, so you can really grip and grab stuff. How do they come together? That's very important. Nice. Look at that. Perfectly. Cool. Nice little pair of tweezers. These things come in handy. I use these things a lot. I have you know, I used to have a Victorinox that I had the tweezers in and ended up losing them, but I did use them quite a bit for pulling out slivers, man. I used to be an arborist, used to trim trees, and man, I used to get splinters when I was in my early 20s, and I used to get splinters constantly, and it was great for that. So on this side here, what do we got? Yeah, big thing here. People love the skizzers. You know, a lot of people can't live without skizzers. I understand. You know, I think they're great for a few things. I mean, if you work in an office setting, you don't want to bust out a knife. You know, these are good for that. Cutting string off clothing, they're great for that. I don't know. If you use scissors, tell me what you use the scissors for on a multi-tool. I don't know about scissors this size, what you would need them for, but, you know, you tell me what you use your scissors for. Would love to know. I personally just use my knife to cut stuff, but, you know, that's just me. I got the awl here. Not the greatest awl in the world, guys. I wish they would have just had a dedicated awl. They tried to squeeze two tools into one here, and then, you know, by doing that, they made the main tool here sort of crappy. But, you know, having a nice point on an awl really is nice. I did use this thing just to test it out. It does work to punch through leather. It does work if you need to dig a hole into, you know, maybe some wood or something, like a pilot hole or something for a screw. But you know, I prefer the awl on the Swiss Spirit. You know, it's just a nice pointy awl, dedicated awl. This little hole right here is for like sewing. So if you say you're in a pinch, you need to sew a couple pieces of leather together. I don't know why you'd be in a pinch and need to sew a couple pieces of leather together, but that's what you do. So you put the string through there, poke it through, sort of like a rudimentary, you know, sewing needle for leather. And then last but not least, we have the Phillips head with cap lifter. Now, one of the things I really liked about this guy was that the tool's lined up over the center of the handle, pretty much. I mean, it's pretty much right in the center, which is nice. So when you're screwing stuff, the screwdriver's not going around in your hand, or the handle's not going around in your hand like that. That's a really nice feature they had. The Phillips head works really well on this thing. It's one of those little sort of standard 2D Phillips head screwdrivers that they put on like the like the wingman and the sidekick. But it works well. If you need a Phillips head and you don't have one, this works really well in a pinch. So look, weight wise, guys, let's see what the weight is on these guys. So T2 came in at 3.3 ounces. This guy is 4.3, so it's about an ounce heavier. I do like this. This does feel the hand better. Obviously, it is a bigger tool. The knife is easier to open. I do love this knife. I think it's a great little knife. I was very unimpressed by the underwhelming knife on the new P series. I just thought Leatherman always did such a good job with their knives. I really like the knives they put on their plier-based multi-tools. Really love this knife here. Even the skeletal. I think this is a great knife here. So I was really underwhelmed by the P series knife. I think this one's a vast improvement. The P series was just flat. It does have a nice hollow grind, really thin behind the edge. Not going to scare anyone. It's got that nice belly there. It's got a good point, and it's got a nice, good flat section if you need to, carve something, whittle wood, whatever. I really am impressed by this knife. I do like it. It's what? Let me measure this thing for you, just for legalities. So you've got, overall with it out, you've got about a 6 1/8 inch total. No, about a 6-inch total with the knife blade open. Sharpened edge, you've got a little over 2 inches, so about 2 1/8 inch. And then total blade length is about 2.5. So I don't know what your legalities are in your state. I live in Arizona, where you can carry a bloody samurai sword around with you if you want. I don't know. I think California has some pretty strict laws. Maine, Massachusetts, New England area, New York. I think they all have some pretty strict knife laws. So if you're in that area, I think this would be pretty much safe to carry around anywhere. And it's a very it's not an intimidating tool. It looks like a tool. It doesn't look like a dedicated knife. Sort of like, if you bust this guy out in an office setting, people are gonna be like, "Whoa!" But this one here, it just looks like a tool, like a Victorinox. Nobody's ever scared of a Victorinox. They think of bloody MacGyver. When you bust out a Victorinox. So I think this is going to be a very similar situation with this thing. So look, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to carry this and let you know what I think about it. And then, like I said, I'm going to do a quick 5-minute video on Instagram, just kind of reviewing this thing, just sort of going over it, whether I like it or not. So giveaway on this, guys. I'm giving this sucker away to one lucky viewer. What you got to do, subscribe to my channel. Like this video, give it a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down, whatever you want. I'd prefer a thumbs up, but if you give it a thumbs down, that works too. And then comment on the video. Tell me what your favorite multi-tool is. I want to know what your favorite multi-tool is. Is it Leatherman? Is it SOG? Is it Gerber? And then I want you to tell me why you like that tool. It doesn't have to be a dissertation, just a couple quick words, just to tell me what you like. And in 1 week from today is the 7th of August, 2019. A week from today, next Wednesday, I will be giving this sucker away to one lucky viewer. It has to be in the continental United States. If you're not in the United States and you want to win this thing, go ahead and enter, and you just have to pay for the shipping. Which I don't know if it's even worth it at that point for you, but I'll give you the option. Okay. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please enter to win this guy. Follow me on Instagram to get the full review of this thing. It's going to be nice, short, and sweet. Kids are back in school, man. I'm going to be doing a ton more videos. I can't wait. I got some cool knives to review, like this Benchmade Anthem right here. Keep subscribe to my channel. Press the little bell icon so you can know when I post new videos, and I promise I'll have a bunch more up soon. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and you have a fantastic rest of your week.